What's up, you beautiful people? My name's Ed, and thank you guys for joining me today here on Feature Junkie. If this is your first time here, well, welcome. This is Feature Junkie, where we talk all things movies, TV shows, streaming, all that great stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the new movie, Smile. Directed by Parker Finn, starring Sosie Bacon, Jesse T. Usher, and Kyle Gallner. So right now, IMDb has this movie rated as a 6.9 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes has this as a 78%, and Metacritic has this as a 70 out of 100. I've got a few things to say about this film, but before I do, if you could leave a like down below, I'd greatly appreciate that. Now let's get into the plot courtesy of IMDb. After witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotner starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrifying new reality. Okay, so my first thoughts on this film is that it wasn't bad at all. I liked it, but I wasn't as hyped as I was for when the trailer came out. The movie's basically kind of like a carbon copy of Ready or Not in The Ring, where I guess they change it up a little bit, but there's like a demon entity that they get stuck to. Basically, in order not to die, they have to kill somebody or pass it along so that they're free and they can live on. But the demon entity just keeps going on to the next and next person after that. Again, we've seen this concept before, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit lukewarm on the film, because it wasn't bad. It was just we've seen this before, and it's just not really original. Now, there's some great positives in the first half of this film where I really enjoyed the pacing. There was a ton of jump scares, the camera work, cinematography, all that stuff. I thought Sosie Bacon was incredible in her job, acting kind of like as the insane, paranoid lady. And then I thought the supporting actors were kind of like meh. But for me, that wasn't even the problem of the film at all. To me, it's more similar to like what I said about The Barbarian, where it just felt like the first half was really, really great for me, and then the second half just feels like a completely different movie, feels like a completely different writer. But no, it's the same writer. It just feels like two different films that don't even like kind of coexist. Like, I get it, you have to kind of figure out, kind of chase where the origin of all this stuff is coming from, but then you bring in like a demon monster out of nowhere, and it kind of just looks weird, to be honest, like a CGI tall skeleton lady. It was just weird, to be honest. It just didn't feel like the same exact movie. And to be honest, I have no clue at all if they're even going to make a part 2 to this film, because at the end we do see Sosie Bacon die, but Kyle Gallner sees her die, so technically the spirit demon is now passed on to him, and they just leave it at that. So I don't know if they want you to keep guessing to see like what is going to happen next, or if they're going to make a second movie, or if they're just going to keep it like this. To be honest, I would rather them just keep it like this. So IMDb has this as a 6.9, and I'm basically around that grade, I guess you would say, because it wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't up to my expectations of what I thought it would be like. Even my wife, who was anticipating this movie way more than I was, this was her most anticipated movie of September, she fell asleep in the movie twice. All in all, it did great in the box office. Clearly a lot of people loved it, and it got the word of mouth, because after the second week it just kept going and going. I think right now it's starting to fizzle out in the theaters, but if you get a chance, definitely check it out. And I want to know what you guys think of the movie. If you liked it, if you didn't, whatever it is, leave those thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, hit that notification icon down below so you know when I'm going live or dropping new content. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today on Feature Junkie.